Hey guys, what is up? How is everybody? It has been a while, but I'll wait till I get a few more viewers on here before we truly get into it and get started. But my husband posted a picture of me about 2 hours ago, I guess it was, and people were asking for some makeup tutorial ideas and on some tips on how I did my makeup. So this is all from earlier today, and I will go over some different brands and stuff that I use with you. I mainly stick with one brand, and it has just been a whirlwind the past few weeks. So this was actually the first time I put on my face for weeks, y'all. We have been in quarantine now for, trying to think, gosh, I think my last day of work was I'm getting ahead of myself. March the 19th. March the 19th was the last time. Hi Johnny, how are you? That I was amongst the public. I mean, Ronnie and I, bless his heart, his shows have all been postponed now since the end of June. And of course, you know, when everybody can resume back to doing touring and the big shows is still kind of a mystery. We don't know. So anyway, I just wanted to kill a few minutes, let some people get on here, tell us hi, where you're from, where you're watching. If you have any questions while I do this, because obviously I did this already earlier today, so this is kind of old. I will go ahead and freshen it up for you guys so you can see what it is that I do. The number one thing that I would suggest to you is find something that you are comfortable with. Hey Fred, hey Ashley, hi Janet, how are you? Hi William. Find something that you're comfortable with in using. Some people, you know, for years, and I still kind of do, but I found this new brand that I am hooked on. But for years, I did Temp 2, which was an airbrush system. I still do it once in a while, but somebody informed me of this new brand, and it's called mascara. Hey James, how you doing, buddy? Hi Brenda. Hi Miss Penny. Y'all hop on, tell us again where you're from, what you're doing, what you've been up to during quarantine, because I know probably all of us it's not very much. But anyway, this brand is called Mascara, and it was created by a wonderful makeup artist named Kara, and she developed it, and it's a cream base. And you can buy all these. What I really like about it is it comes in these tiny little magnetic tins, so you can customize your own palette. And that's what I think is the key to having the most natural looking makeup, is having a palette, y'all. Not just one or two shades. That's old school. You don't want to do that anymore. And see how they're these cute little tins right here. And you can just pop them into this little case right here. Bam, and customize. And I've got 12 different shades right now, so I can, you know, certain areas of my skin that might need a little bit more warmth, or others that might need a little more ash and cool tones, you can mix and match. And I think that's what the key is to having the most natural look, is even when we're naked faced and we don't have makeup on, all of our different areas of our face has different skin tones to it, different colors, different shades. So when we put all, you know, one color all over our face, it tends to me to have more of a mask. It looks like we're wearing a mask, and that was really old school. That's what we did back in the 80s, okay? In the 90s, I was doing it then too. But now the key is to highlight your features, highlight what you think is the best part of your face, okay? Highlighting and contouring, because lighting makes such a difference in our face shapes, okay? So we're gonna get into that a little bit, and like I said, once you're on, hop on, say hi, tell us what you're doing, where you're from. Hi Marlene, hi Kim, how is everybody? Martha, how you doing? We've got Martha from Tony, Alabama. Hello. Hello Brad, how are you, buddy? Hi Dave, what's up? What is up? We've got Pearl on. My granny is doing wonderful. Thank you for asking. She I guess I shouldn't say wonderful. She's doing as good to be expected. As most of you probably saw, we called her today, and she's still got her sense of humor about her, but love her to pieces, and oh, it's killing my heart. I literally haven't been home, let's see, since November, and it's killing me. Hey Molly, hey Roger, hey Sue, how are you? Hi Miss Mary, I miss you. We've got Roger on, but yeah, it's killing me, y'all. I'm wanting to go home about every 2-3 months max, and this was the first Christmas I didn't go home because we decided, since Grandpa wasn't here, we were going to do something a little bit different, just to kind of, you know, change it up a little bit and make it where it was, you know, not so difficult. So we went to the mountains thinking, oh, okay, well, I'll be able to go home not long after that. And lo and behold, here we are with all this junk. So yeah, Dana, you don't need no makeup. You a natural beauty. Oh, spoken like a true friend, Yogi. Hey, Yogi, we need things to return to normal so you can go see your boo-boo. Hey, Jen. Hey, Pamela. So anyway, guys, so let me tie all this hair back so you can see a little bit better. Hi, Miss Peggy. How are you? Hi, Raj. I love you, buddy. And I hope you're doing well and staying strong through all this. It's tough stuff out there. Okay, so this is a double-ended brush that I have that is perfect for contouring, okay? Because we've got more of a pointed end, which is what I use to get into like my tighter spaces. And then on this other end, we have like what I call like a buffy brush. It's kind of got a flat head on it. It's what you're gonna wanna use to really kind of buff out your different tones, okay? So what I do, again, this is from earlier today, so I'm just gonna go over the top of it for you guys. But again, I've got a palette with different shades. Also, this is good for different times of year. If you have, you know, in the summer, you wanna go a little bit darker because you have a little bit more of a tan. Or in the winter when you're pale and pasty like me. So, but always I use the lightest shade, which I forget what this one is called, but I'm gonna go with the lightest shade in here that's almost kind of a porcelain. And I always start out here in the middle of the forehead and kind of just tap where I'm gonna want the focus of the light to go on the face. And then I bring that down and just barely go under the corners of each eye, on the inside corners, because all of us tend to get a little bit darker right in there. And do you all see how already, I know it looks kind of fruity right now, but once it's blended, it looks beautiful. Do you already see how just putting a pop of light there in two little spots underneath like that, it really brings attention to the eyes, and it really pops the center of that face, which is the focal point. That's what we want, okay? So we're gonna go in and blend that out a little bit later. And then I always like to add a little bit here to the very end of the nose, okay? Like that. So then what I do after that is I go in with a darker shade. I like to try to pick something that's also gonna look pretty to blend down to the décolleté area. So now I'm gonna go with kind of more of a mid-tone, something that's a little bit more neutral, not so white as you see up here. So I'm just gonna kind of dab in a couple different colors and mix it for you. And then I go down here and I almost do like a big old swoosh, like a Nike swoosh, okay? So I'm gonna come up here on the corner of my mouth and go up like this. And do you see how automatically that kind of traces out and chisels out where you're gonna go and you're gonna put that cheek contour, okay? And then just kind of pat it and blend it down your jaw. Hey Kelly, honey, how are you? Yeah, so this is amazing makeup brush, guys. This whole system is amazing. And what I love about it, I sold it for a little while, but I got out of it because I didn't have the time dedicated. But I love it so much, and I'm such a firm believer. I probably will get into that again. But look at this compact, guys. literally, this is all you have to take except for some mascara. Because this is the top where you keep all your foundation and your highlights. And then here's the bottom. And that's going to act as your blushes, your contours, your bronzers, and also your lip glosses, which is really cool. So everything is just so condensed in this one little guy. So, back to it. We're gonna dip into more of the neutral kind of mid-tones, okay? And again, over here, we're gonna do kind of a Nike swoosh, kind of like a push-up for the cheek area. So us girls that are getting into our 40s, that's always a plus. Kind of blend that down a little bit. Blend it on into the chin. Hey Nelson, how are you, buddy? How is life treating you as a musician? I'm telling you what, my guys are about to go stir crazy. They are so used to being on the go and putting on shows, and this is killing them. I mean, killing them. So, totally a different world we're living in, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it together. And I firmly believe that we will come out better ahead. When all this is over, I think some of us, I hope most of us have learned lessons. To focus on what's important and to take time with what matters. Hi Crystal, how are you? Hey Tiff. Oh my gosh, honey, I've not seen you since you were a little girl. A little girl. I used to babysit you. And your mama, Michelle, and I have always been good friends. Hi Mike. Hi Miss Robin. Y'all hop on, tell us where you're from. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know if you're liking this and understanding this. If you have any questions, do not be shy. Feel free to ask. But as you can already tell, I've already got this pretty much blended. And that's the thing I love about cream, is it's so forgiving, guys. Like, it just kind of melts into the skin. And it really goes on so smooth. It's got good coverage. And it blends so easily that it just looks like one. It looks like part of your skin. It's not in stores. No, it is not. And I will post a link if you all have any questions about it. And we will go from there, okay? So there's that part. Now I'm gonna focus on the contouring, okay? Usually I use this, which is the contouring shades right through here. But today I used something by Too Faced, and it is called Coca Contour, and you can get it at Ulta. I have found it at Sephora, and sometimes, if I'm lucky, Marshall's. Got to go. Okay, buddy, I love you. Call me, okay? Hi, Miss Gigi. How you doing, honey? What's up? I haven't seen you in ages. Okay guys, so listen, when we focus on the contour areas, okay, the thing that you want to keep in mind with contouring is you want to go with a cooler color, because what you're doing is trying to create a shadow where a shadow should be. So you're enhancing the natural contours of your bones. Hi Sylvia, how you doing, honey? So here in this palette, I'm going to choose the cooler tone, okay? And you're gonna see, so you're gonna want to feel, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, with that kind of hollow area that's right by the ear, okay? It gets a little bit hollow, and right through there is where you're gonna want to have your placement, okay? And I'm putting it on just a little bit heavy for camera so you all can really tell what it is I'm doing. And I kind of go in a curve with that too, kind of sweep it up. Some people just go, wah, but I like to kind of sweep it in an upward angle because I feel like, again, it helps to give a little bit more of a youthful lift to your face, okay? So again, remember, when you contour, you want to do more of a cooler tone because we're creating more of that shadow where that shadow should be. And kind of sweep it up as you go up, okay? Can y'all kind of tell what I'm doing through here? I've got my contacts on and they're not that good. But we're gonna blend all this out here in a minute. I know it looks a little funny, but then I take that contour and that bronzer and bronze it on down your neck, sweep it a little bit more on the décolleté, okay? Hi, Melissa. How are you, honey? Hi, Robin from Arkansas. How are you? Okay, so then I'm going to take the contour and I'm going to focus it right along the outer temples up here above the eyebrow. And then just kind of work it down into that cheek area. Okay? Again, like I said, we've not blended, so I know this still looks a little bit corny, but we're gonna get there and it's gonna look amazing and it's all gonna come together. And then this is kind of a preference thing for me. I like to sweep just a little bit kind of into the hairline. Okay? And again, kind of dab the nose. Hey, Kelly, how are you, honey? Hi, Alec. How is everybody? Okay, so that's really where you want to focus your contours, is where the sun would hit and where your natural bone structure is, okay? Hi, Jayla, honey, how are you? Hi, Joni from Maryland. Okay, y'all, if you're from different states, kind of let us know, if you would, what is going on with your lockdown issues, your restrictions, your guidelines. Let us know, you know, what's going on with the numbers there too, if they're going down, all that good stuff. Because Tennessee is still, we're still in the safer at home mode. They've not completely got us locked down, but we were supposed to originally be able to open up our salons May 1st, and they changed it on us to like May 14th, and that's tentative. That's not anything that's like definite right now, so it's crazy here. Hi, Joanne from South Carolina. How are you? We've got Missy on. Y'all hop on again and let us know what's going on. Tell us again where you're from. Give us some likes and some hearts if you're enjoying what you're seeing. So this guy right here is called a beauty blender. Most of you are familiar with them. You want to get them dampened down where they're not soaking wet, but wet enough to kind of move your product, okay? So bear with me. I've got to have my magnifying glass for this. But this is the guy that you want to kind of make everything mesh as one. And it's going to move that formula, kind of that cream base around, just to make it blend. And you just kind of keep on pressing and press until it kind of gets pressed into that first layer of your skin. And it turns out so beautiful when it's done. Hi, Jayla, honey. I love you. It's so good to hear from you. Tell your mama and your grandma I said hi. And I love them too. Hi, Debbie from Indiana. How are you, hun? I wasn't going to do this tonight. Honestly, I was tired. But then I told Ronnie, I've already got the makeup on. It'll be easier just to get this done and kind of explain things for you as I go. But do you see already how that has blended so pretty already? And I'm doing a close-up so you all can see. It really just blends out like the natural tones in your skin to where it just looks like it's all one. And I love it. I love it. I think it's very youthful. I think, you know, like I said, you can get really close up and it looks so natural. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look thick. I can't stand makeup that just looks like it's sitting on your face like that. So the last thing I go in and do is I kind of blend out the highlight right here in the middle, okay? Okay. I'm going to do that. And that's going to make everything just kind of, again, mesh as one. Let me get this here. And then if you want, you can get this guy out again and kind of blend it out just a little bit. But do you guys see what that did? Do you see how that looks? Kind of like that gives you your highlight and that gives you your focus to make everything just kind of pop. And you want to focus and bring out your features that you are most proud of, your eyes and your lips or your nose, whatever. You want the center of your face to be your focus. Hi, Miss Pam. How are you? We've got Martha from Purdue. So the very last thing that I do is I add just a little bit. So we've got the bronzer, we've got the contour, we've got the highlight going. I'm going to blend this guy out just a little bit more through here. You can always go back into with your highlight afterwards and then just kind of touch up where need be. Hey, Phil, how are you? Okay, So we got that. And then last but not least, I like to, I'm gonna do kind of a lighter pink. I like the lighter cheek colors. So I'm just gonna kind of dab right here back into the mascara palette. I dust it off just a little bit, but something just to add just a little bit more of kind of a pinky hue. And that just gives you a little bit more color. Hey Jack, how are you? I bet you are getting a fro by now, huh? And I don't know if you heard, but May 1st now they've changed. We now cannot open up the salon until May 14th. So, oh my God. So hopefully, I'm gonna do what I can do on my end, but hopefully with all of our restrictions in place that we've got all new guidelines that the state has put on us. Hopefully they will allow us to open up during phase 2, which is May 14th is what they're saying is when it should start, okay? So any of my clients that are watching, they no longer are allowing us to have a waiting room. So when you come to the salon, you have to wait out in the car until we're ready for you, and then we'll be calling and let you know when it's your turn. So no waiting room. People can't bring their families with them, their children. If you have kids that you have to bring, they have to stay out in their car per the state's orders. It's so weird. Everything's getting so weird. Of course, we have to do masks and gloves for our clients, for ourselves as well. Of course, new cape per each client, disinfecting like crazy in between. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of what else, but it's just like, I've been doing this for 23 years and never once would I have dreamt that we'd be living in these times or seeing anything like this. And so I'm hoping that we're going to be towards the end of us, come closer to the summer. I hope that they can find something to cure it and cure it quick, because I'm ready for life to just be back to normal. I don't know about you guys, but I want some normalcy again. So anyway, I am so bored in quarantine. I think we all are, honey. It's like my big event is to go wash the car and go for my exercise walk. That's about it. I've been quarantined since end of March, so it's been crazy. Okay, guys, so to finish this up really quick, I'm sure you guys kind of want to see what I've got going on my eyes. I like to stick with more of the neutral shades on the contouring of my eyes. I don't like anything too dark with the shadow and the creasing because, again, once you start reaching a certain age, you want everything to be a little bit softer and not so harsh. But I always choose tones that kind of are more earthy and neutral. So I like to start off with kind of a mid, nothing too dark. We're going to save that for the very end, but kind of a mid taupe. And then I go in and I kind of focus it more right there on that outer curve with that mid taupey color, okay? I don't really go all the way in with it, and I'll tell you why, because I feel like it closes up your eye more, okay? So I kind of just go more on the outer corner till about the center of the pupil. Then from that point going inward, I blend it out more with a softer shade. And then I'm going to choose the lighter of the three. And I might mix it a little bit with this cream over here, just because I want to keep it a little bit more kind of softened through there. Do you see how that just kind of softened it just a little bit, and then kind of flick it up a little bit through the front of that eyebrow? Again, so from this point over is when I soften up the tones. So I chose the lighter of the three, and then I just kind of dabbed with a little bit of cream just to keep it soft, okay? We don't want harsh lines. We just kind of want that to be fused and focused out and flick it up. I personally like to just kind of flick it up and run it along the inner corners of the nose because I think it contours the top of the nose as well. So, win-win right there. Okay, so can y'all see how that looks? Kind of do a close-up for you. Tell me if you can see really good. I think the lighting's okay. Okay, so that's what I do for the crease. Then for the edge in the corner of the eye, I might just dab it just barely in the darker of the three, okay? And again, this is just for that very, very corner. And you want to keep it as soft as possible, but that's going to give you just a little bit more edge just right in there, which will kind of help create it to look a little bit more rounder. Give it a little bit more of that roundness that we all like to have, more of that doe-eyed look, okay? Watch your dogs. Oh, I missed the comment, honey. Watch your dogs was told in the news animals can get it too. You know, I have heard that, but then I hear like stories that counteract it, saying it's not true, which is kind of like the way everything is in the media right now, right? It's like you turn on one channel, you hear one thing, you turn on another channel and it says the opposite. So guys, like we're living in the craziest of times. And here's the deal. I don't care. I'm going to get political, but I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. Surely we can all see as Americans that we are being duped. I mean, this is not the media of the days when we were growing up. This is not facts. These are commentators who are constantly throwing their opinions about how Trump is or how this should be and how their party does this and this party does that. It's no longer factual. It is talking heads and commentators throwing their views on you. And of course, most of our media outlets, I hope you all know and are aware of this, are bought out by big conglomerates that are part of the deep state. I mean, that's just all there is to it. I hate to say it, but it's true. I think most of us are kind of aware of what's going on right now. But just be really careful. Whatever party you're affiliated with, be careful about what you see and what you spread, because 90% of it anymore is not true. We have to be diligent with our research. We have to read about it, and we have to be aware of what's going on outside of our little bubbles, because this is going to affect our children and our grandchildren. This is going to be long-term and no quick fix. So that's all I'm going to say about that. We just have to be very diligent and careful and understand that what we watch is not necessarily fact. So there's my 2 cents. Yes, so yeah, I don't know if animals can get it or not, because again, like I said, there'll be something you read that says yes, and then something else debunks it and says it's not true. But regardless, Tegan's quarantined too. She doesn't get to go outside too much, so she's just around us. So she's safe. She's our baby. She's safe. Hi, Sonia. How you doing, honey? We got Becky. Hi, Miss June. How are you, sweet girl? Okay, so guys, if you have any questions, let me know. But the last thing I did was just add a touch of that dark to the very outer corners of the eye, just to kind of give it more of that doe-eyed look, a round look, and it just kind of made the creases pop just a little bit. But the key is you want to keep that on the very, very edges, okay? Don't bring it in too far, because there again, you're going to close up that eye area and you want it to stay really open and really wide, okay? And then I think, last but not least, I always like to add a little bit of shine. I think when you have a glow, it is more youthful than having everything dry. So I have always used MAC, and this is called Soft and Gentle. And you know what, guys? One of these things will last you for months on end. I've had this probably 2 years, to be honest with you, because anything made by MAC is super concentrated, so a little goes a long way. But I like to have a little bit of that glow, and I just kind of put it on the top of the apples of the cheeks. I like to dab it up here where that highlight is, and bring it down a little bit on the nose. And then for the last, I put a little bit right here in that lip bow, just to give it a little bit more shine. I like my lips to stay a little bit more neutral and soft. I don't like anything really stark. So anyway, I had a couple of you to message me and asked me if I would do a tutorial on the look that I had today. Ignore the hair. Did not do the hair today, if you can tell. So, yeah. So this is kind of my daily routine. I hope this helps. If you have any further questions, feel free to private message me. I always try to get with you when I can. And I hope you all stay safe. Love each and every one of you. Ronnie will be tuning in again. The plan is next weekend to do another live show. And I'm not sure. I think he said it could be Friday and Saturday night. Again, it's a live show. Not open to the public, but will be open to you all. So we love you. Stay safe. Message me if you need any more questions answered. Right? Love you guys.